Hi everyone, this is Carl Amaya from LifeSync.com. Today we're going to be looking at customize your home screen from our iPad Essentials class. So what this means, guys, is just a better way to organize your screen. It's a way to move things around that you wish to move around in your home screen, and a couple of tips and tricks on how to do some of those things. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is maneuver items around on your home screen and how to do that. And we'll look at a few other things that does. So let's say, for example, I wanted to move an application here that maybe I don't use a whole lot. For example, my clock. On my iPad, I don't use my clock a lot. So I'm going to choose my clock, and here's how I choose it. I'm not going to tap it as you would if you wanted to use the application. I'm going to put my finger right on it and hold it for about 2 seconds. As soon as I do that, you'll notice that these applications start wiggling, right? So here's what this means. Whenever they're in this mode, it means that you can adjust the applications and move them around. As an example, let's say I don't use my clock a whole lot, right? I can touch it. I can move it around to other areas of my screen. But the other thing that I can do is if I drag all the way to the right or the left, if you were on a screen, not just your first home screen, it'll actually go to the screen afterwards, right? So it goes left, it goes right, and then I can drop it wherever I want to drop it by releasing my finger. Even though I release my finger though, it still is in this mode, right? Where the applications are wiggling, and if you notice, there's a couple other things here. So one of the things that this is doing too is you see this X, right? For example, my calculator application, it has this X on the top left. If I were to press that X, it's going to delete my application. So if you wanted to know how to delete applications from your device after you don't use them, or you decided it wasn't an application for you, that's how you would do it. Another thing that you'll notice though is there's also applications that do not have that X, such as these applications over here. Here's the thing with these. These are built in by Apple and are native applications to your device. These are definitely applications that you cannot get rid of. Okay, so for example, if you got rid of settings, man, that would be a rough thing to try and get back. Same thing with applications, right? So even though might be things that aren't as crucial as application store or the app store or settings, notes, for example, would be something that you absolutely cannot delete. That brings us to our next point. Our next thing that we can do on our devices here is that we can group things together. So as an example, let's say I wanted to grab Spotify, which is a music application, and Audible, which is an application that is audiobooks, and I want to group them together, right? Maybe that's, I'm either using one or the other whenever I'm listening to the headphones and something that's audible on my device. So what I do is I still in this mode, right, where the applications are wiggling, press and hold, and then I move it right over the application that I wish to group it with. You'll notice that a box appears. It makes almost like a sub folder, and now I can drop it here. From there, now let's say I wanted to group other things into this. I can touch away from this. Now I can grab other things. So let's say I wanted to put my photo booth in there as well. Press and hold, move it right over that folder. It'll expand it, release your finger, and now you've dropped it there. So now if I touch away from it, I'm going to touch away from this, and there we go. Now I group a few things up. The other thing that you can do with these folders is whenever you have them expanded, you can actually title them differently. So right now, based on what I put in there, it said, you know what, this is a music folder. I can go up here and title it whatever I want, because this is an entry field, and I can press that X and it'll delete anything that it previously titled it as. For now, I'm going to leave it the way it is. So I'm going to hit done. I'm going to click away from this. And just to give you a few suggestions, guys, something that I do with all my devices is I tend to group things together, such as board games or sports things or entertainment. It just helps me categorize things a lot better on my device. especially when you start getting a ton of applications. As you can see, this is a brand new iPad that I have here, so I haven't had a whole lot of a chance to put a lot of the folders together, but I'm going to do it eventually because I feel it's an important thing for us to do to make things a little bit more pleasant to find, instead of having to go 4 pages in to find something. But man, I have a lot of applications, I just noticed. But that's it, guys. So we learned that we went to our home screen and we press and held an application. It goes to a mode where you can move things around, you can delete applications as well, or you can group them with other areas inside folders. And the last thing, guys, is to lock this mode in place in the changes that you've made. All you do is you press your home button and that mode goes away. And that's it, guys. That's customizing your home screen out of our iPad Essentials class for LifeSync.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to go to LifeSync.com. Go to Contact LifeSync, give us a call, or shoot us an email. Have a good one. Bye-bye.